Jacqueline with systemsforselfcare.com, where I teach you to consistently take daily action so you can create the life that you want. So today we're going to find your magical action thought, which I know that sounds so ridiculous. What even is that? I just made it up, but it is a thing. I just made that name up for it. A lot of people struggle with self-sabotaging thoughts or self-preserving thoughts. I think maybe if we even call it that, it feels less mean. You have these thoughts in your head from your old identity that try to keep you the same. Like if you're working on trying to be a morning person, you're going to have self-sabotaging or self-preserving thoughts that say, just stay in bed, just press snooze, right? And so if you listen to those thoughts, you will, if you listen to the thought of just stay in bed, just press snooze, you will do an action where you just stay in bed and you just press snooze and then you stay the same. And then it's like, oh yeah, I guess I am not a morning person. I'm just a morning snoozer, right? So what we want to do is we want to figure out what are those thoughts, those self-preserving or self-sabotaging thoughts that are keeping you the same. And then we're going to come up with something to say that's going to inform the action that you're going to take. So this is why I always talk about like figuring out that aspirational identity, that person that you want to be. So let's just pretend that you've been a morning snoozer and you want to be a morning person. You want to be that person that wakes up, that starts their morning and has time to do self-care before they head off to work or before the kids get up, before your spouse gets up, right? You want to start your morning with some exercise, with some water, with some journaling, with some reading, with some just like sitting in peace and quiet before you open yourself up to the world, right? So you want to be a morning person, right? Okay. And that's your aspirational identity. You're going to, if you're like, cool, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and I'm going to start doing this, there's going to be a thought that pops up that says, just stay in bed, just press snooze, just 5 more minutes, just 5 more minutes. Maybe that's the thought over and over. Oh, just 5 more minutes. I just need 5 more minutes to sleep. I just need 5 more minutes to sleep, right? So what you want to do, step one, in creating your magical action thought to stop self-preserving and start getting yourself moving forward in life and the things that you want and the person that you want to be, the first thing you're going to do is isolate the self-preserving thought or the self-sabotaging thought, however you want to label it, that thought that keeps you in bed. Okay. Step two, you're going to name the place you need to get to or just the first easy action. So if you're in bed and you're like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed, you're probably like thinking about your giant to-do list and you're like, oh, staying in bed sounds so much nicer. I don't want to start that giant to-do list. Okay. Well, instead of thinking about the giant to-do list, just think about the first thing that you need to do, right? So it might be something like, you know what, just get to the bathroom. You'll handle that stuff later. All you need to do right now is just get yourself to the bathroom. So we just named a place and like the first easy action. You know how to get yourself out of bed and get to the bathroom. You know how to do that. It's easy. It's not that big of a deal. I have a client who she wants to be the person who works out in her garage. But the self-sabotaging thought of just stay in the house. Oh, it's too far. Oh gosh, once you're gonna have to work out for an hour. All of these things pop up. She stays in her head and isn't in her body, right? So what she came up with, the magical action thought to start this habit or to start her like self-care system is just get to the garage. That's it. Just get to the garage. Once she gets to the garage, it's actually pretty easy to follow through with all of the things. Everyone knows this, like it's like we stay in our heads like, oh my gosh, I don't want to exercise, I don't want to exercise. But we also know like once the exercise is done, you feel better. Once you go for the run, you feel better. You feel good. So you want to just name the place you need to go or the first easy step. The first thing, not the giant to-do list, not 100 things that you need to do, just name the first thing that you need to do. If you are trying to be a person who eats healthy or you eat moderately or adopting imperfect eating, maybe the thing that you need to say to yourself is just put some plants on your plate. Hey, that's it. Just put some plants on your plates. You can still have the pizza, You can still have the taco. Let's just get a decent amount of plants on your plate. So maybe that's the first easy action that you're going to tell yourself to do. And then step 3, you're going to use it. So I'm going to go over those steps again. First, you're going to isolate your self-preserving or self-sabotaging thoughts. Next, you are going to name the place you need to get to, or just the first easy action. Keep it short, keep it very short. It's something to remind yourself. It's a thought to get you to do an action. And it's really, really simple. And then step 3 is use it. So I want to give an example. I think I shared this on the blog or maybe the podcast a while back, but it was, it was during the pandemic, and it was winter and gross and cold and blah and gray here. And I think I had spent way too much time in the living room consuming television. And it was one of those days where I like woke up on a Sunday and went right from the bed to the couch and started watching the SNL episode from the night before and eating food. And then that like perpetuated for like hours and hours and hours. And I just felt so gross. I felt stuck. Like it was so hard to get myself up and moving. And I was like, you know what? You just need a change of scenery. Just get to the kitchen. That's it. You can still bring your computer. You can still bring your computer to the kitchen. All you need to do though is change the scenery. And I got my computer to the kitchen, and I think I was like watching like Broad City or something. And I was like, wow, I actually feel a little bit better. And I don't know if it was like the movement or, the change of scenery, doing something, getting myself out of that headspace, being in my body and not so much in my head. But once I was in the kitchen, I was like kind of looking around, and I was like, what would be great is if the paint on this wall was a different color. And then I was like, I bet we have paint. And I ended up painting a wall right then and there. Like got the paintbrush, got the paint, and started it. If in my head, when I was sitting on the couch, I was thinking about, oh my gosh, you're go start that painting project, I probably would have been so overwhelmed and not have done it. But just thinking about the first step, and it was the only thing getting to that place. Just get yourself to the kitchen. That's it. That's all you have to do, Jacqueline. Just get yourself to the kitchen. Doing that was manageable. It was not overwhelming. I was able to get myself there. And then once I was there, it was like, oh, maybe I can do some other stuff. I find the same thing too. Sometimes I'll get in my head about coming up to my office. Oh gosh, I don't want to do the blah, blah, blah. Just stay down here, blah, blah, blah. No, once I get up to my office, it's like, oh yeah, I have my to-do list. It's already written out. I know what to do. I'm actually in a better headspace than when I was downstairs. Everything is fine. But again, there's that, just name the place you need to go. Just get to your office, Jacqueline. Once you get to your office, you'll be fine. I think about this too with the weather, winter weather, being outside and walking or running. I'll get into my head, oh, it's cold, it's too cold, it's too gray. Um, you're not going to want to be out there. It's too windy, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, Jacqueline, just get outside. Just get to the front porch. That's it. Just get there. That's it. Just get there. And then I get there. I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad. I can do this. This is fine, right? 9 times out of 10, it's fine. There was that week when it was like, 6 degrees and it wasn't all that fun, but like, just get to the porch, just get outside, just get to the garage, just get your running shoes on, just put your sports bra on, just put some plants on your plate, just open your computer and look at, the space for your blog. You just want to get yourself into that first step. And then your brain will probably be like, oh, okay, we know what to do now. We just needed to get that first step, felt so hard. And now we're here and we know what to do. It's a magical action thought. It is a thought that helps you take action. And here's the thing, when you use this thought, when you craft this thought, you craft your magical action thought and you use it, you're going to be able to consistently take daily action. When you consistently take daily action, you are going to change what's happening in your life. You're going to change your beliefs about yourself. You're going to change your identity. You're going to change, the trajectory of where you're going in life. You're going to be that person who's out running consistently. You're going to be that person who's eating healthy consistently. You're going to be that person who goes to bed and gets 7 or 8 hours of sleep. You're going to be that person who starts a blog or starts a side business, right? But if you don't create your magical action thought, you're going to get stuck in this place of self-preserving and self-sabotaging thoughts and actions, and you're just going to stay stuck, and you're going to think that you need to find like some magical plan to fix you. But what you want to do is change those thoughts. If you can get yourself to change those thoughts are going to help you change your actions. And the actions, when repeated, are going to change your life. So I hope that was helpful. Again, what I want you to do is isolate. Step one, isolate your self preserving or self sabotaging thoughts. Step two, name the place, the place you need to get to, or the first easy action that you need to do. And step three, use it. that self-preserving thought that you highlighted, when you hear yourself say that, or when you're in that environment and you need that change, use the magical action thought so that you can consistently take action and change your life. All right. Thank you so much. Make sure to click the link in the show notes. You can get the 365 habit tracker. So this can help you take daily action. Take daily action. You'll get to see like, oh, look, I did get myself out of bed. I am an early riser. I am someone who journals every day. So to get the 365 habit tracker, you're going to go to systemsforselfcare.com /365 habit tracker. Take care. I will see you in the next one. Bye.